Deborah, and today I will show you how to make the plumage earrings. So let me take you down to the mat and we will get started. Okay guys, so we will start making the plumage earrings. So this is the finished earring. I have made one and then we will make the second one together, so we will have a pair. I have chosen the name plumage because, as you can see here, the shape of the earrings, it reminds me of the peacock tail when it's fanned out like this. So that's why plumage earrings. Okay, so you will need IrisDuo beads. These are 2 hole beads, so you need to check every hole of every bead you're going to use for a blocked hole. You need to check that all the holes are clear, because if you get a blocked hole midway or at the end of the project, it's too bad. You will have to cut everything apart and start again. So you need to check both holes of every bead. You will need 20 beads for each earring, so 40 beads total. You will need these lingo beads. They are crystal beads, rectangle shaped. Well, more of a cube than a rectangle, but here like this, beautiful crystals. You will need 4 for each earring, so 8 total. You will need some Miyuki Drops. These are the small drops. I believe they are 2 millimeters or something like that. You will need 26 beads for the pair of earrings, so 13 beads per earring. You will need Potomac Crystal Beads. These are round beads and 4 millimeter. You will need 4 for each earring, so 8 total. And you will need seed beads, 11 seed beads. So I'm using Toho. You can use Miyuki seed beads, but you might need to check your counts, because you might need to adjust the count. I've noticed that most of the time Miyuki beads tend to be a little bit smaller than Toho, so you might need to adjust your bead count if you're using Miyuki. These are Toho seed beads. Okay, that's for beads. You will need 2 hair wires. You will need thread, so I'm using a 6-pound fire line in the color smoke. I'm using about an arm span of thread, but I think it's a bit much. But okay, so this, and you need a beading needle. So I have here a tulip size 11. Size 10 might be too thick. Size 12 is fine. And you will need scissors or thread cutters or thread burners, just what you prefer to use. And I will also be using a pair of chain nose pliers just to attach my hair wire at the end. Okay guys, so now the first step, you need to thread on 4 IrisDuos and 4 lingo beads. So 1 IrisDuo, 1 lingo bead, 1 IrisDuo, 1 lingo bead, and make sure you thread all your IrisDuo beads in the same direction. Okay, so now you have 8 beads total on your thread, like so. Okay, I will just make a bit of space like so. Okay, we have 1 lingo, 1 IrisDuo, 1 lingo, 1 IrisDuo, etc. 4 total. Now I want to make a circle, so I will go back through every bead starting here. I will go back through every bead. That will reinforce the thread, and that will allow me to make a knot so that I can get rid of my tail. So go through again every bead and join me. We'll make the knot together. Okay, so you see I've gone back through every bead twice, and now I will knot my thread with my working thread with my tail, so that I can cut my tail and be rid of it. So I make a simple knot left over right, and now I make a second one right over left, and once again. Okay, knot, pull it tight, and then not too tight, of course, and then I shall go back through the first hole of the IrisDuo that you can see here to hide the knot inside. Okay, so like this. And now I will go back. I will go step up through the second hole of the IrisDuo here, but in the opposite direction. So it's called stepping up, to add our second pass of bead. And I will also take my thread cutters and I will cut my tail here. So be careful not to cut your working thread, and be sure you cut your tail, because if you make a mistake, then you will have to start over again. Okay, so there we go. Now we're going to add our second row of beads, which would be these. In between the IrisDuo here, we'll add 4 IrisDuo, then go through the second hole of the IrisDuo, which is already here, and then add 4 more IrisDuo, and like this all the way around. See, I have thread on 4 IrisDuo beads, and now I will go through this one, the second hole, like so. There. And as you can see, now I have my second layer here. I will now thread on 4 more IrisDuo and go through the second one and do this all the way around. So do so again and join me for the next step. So as you can see, I have added my second layer of IrisDuo beads, like so, and I have gone through all my beads a second time to reinforce. You need to be careful with your tension. You want to have enough tension so that you will not see thread between your beads, but you do not want to use too much tension and get a wonky earrings which will not lay beautifully. Okay, so when you have joined me here, you have gone through all your beads again. Now I will show you the next step. So I am exiting here the second hole of this IrisDuo here, this one. I will go through the following IrisDuo like so, so the hole that is on the bottom, as if I wanted to reinforce once more. And then I will change direction and step up through the second hole of this IrisDuo, but in the opposite direction, so that we can start adding our embellishment. Okay, so now my thread is exiting here from this IrisDuo and in this direction, like so, this way, like that. Now I will add my embellishment. I will need my Miyuki Drops and I will need my crystals, 4mm crystals. So what I will add as embellishment here, you see I have one IrisDuo here, and here I have another one and another one here. In between here I want to add a crystal. So a 4mm crystal, like so, in between. And then 3 times I will add a Miyuki Drop, like so, in between. Then when I get here, I will add a second crystal, then 3 Miyuki Drops, then a crystal, then 3 Miyuki Drops, then a crystal, then 3 Miyuki Drops, and you will join me when you have gone all the way around with your first layer of embellishment. So now this is what you should have when you have added 1 crystal, 3 drops, 1 crystal, 3 drops, etc. all the way around. This is what you should have. Now we will, as we have done on the previous rows, we will reinforce this pass of thread, but there is one change that we will be making. When we get here to the crystals, we will skip them and add 5 seed beads instead, so 1 2 3 4 5, we will add 5 seed beads instead, like this, around the crystal, skip it, and then go through the IrisDuo just like we would do to reinforce. So I will show you for the first pass. Okay, so now you see I'm exiting here the IrisDuo, so I will go back through the drop, IrisDuo and the drop. Be careful not to catch your thread on any of the points here or around the drops. Okay, so I'm just reinforcing as normal. And now you see I get through the crystal, so I should go like so through the crystal, but that's not what I am going to do. I'm just going to exit here the IrisDuo like so. And now, instead of going through the crystal, I will add 5 seed beads. So these are 11-0. Okay. Skipping the crystal, I will go through the next IrisDuo as usual and continue reinforcing. So this will give me a little bridge of seed beads around here. And don't worry about the shape, we'll correct it on the next pass. So now I continue going through. When I will arrive to this crystal, I will again add 5 seed beads and skip it and continue all the way around. So you want to do the same on your side. Reinforce here, skip your crystals, add your seed beads, and then I will show you the next step. Okay, so you see I am back to the beginning. I have added all my seed beads here around the crystals, and you see my needle is exiting here from the IrisDuo. So now I will do another pass of thread through each bead, and then when I get to the place where I have the crystals and the seed beads, I will go through the seed beads. I added 6 here. 1 2 3, yeah, so I've made a mistake. You see I've added 6 seed beads instead of 5, so I'm sorry for those of you who don't like that. I'm going to break one, sorry. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So I have broken the beads I had, which should not be there because I had 6 and I needed 5. So now you want to go through your seed beads here. So I have 5 seed beads as you can see around the crystal. I want to go through only 4 of them, skipping the one that's here that would make the point here. If I skip this bead when I go through again, it will make a nice pointy point, like so. So I will be going through 2 seed beads, skipping the third one, and then going through the next 2 seed beads and go through my IrisDuo to continue reinforcing. Pull the thread, and as you can see now I have here, there you see I have a beautiful point. So now I will continue to go through every bead around, and when I get to the next crystal I will go through 2 seed beads, skip the third one, go through the 2 next, and then continue around to have 4 beautiful points around my crystals. And when you get to the end, you want to continue your row until you get back to the beginning here. Go through the 2 seed beads and exit the point, the first point that you've just made. Okay, so as you can see, I have gone all the way around, and now I have my points around my crystals. So now I am exiting this bead here, the point, and I will make the loop to attach the ear wire. And on the first earring, see, I have made a small decoration here, so if you want to make it, I will show you how it's done. So now you need to thread on 5 seed beads. 1 2 3 4 5. Here you need to thread on 5 seed beads and make a loop here like so. Now I will reinforce it by going through all the beads again. Like so. See, now I have my loop, and now I want to go through only 2 seed beads here. So I want to go through 2 seed beads, like so, and there my thread was caught up, like so. Now I want you to thread on a crystal drop, Miyuki drop. It's not a crystal, it's glass. And now watch closely what I am doing. So I am exiting here. I want you to go back here inside these 2. Whoa, sorry. I will show you again these 2. Now, so we'll be crisscrossing the thread to add the drop as a decoration. So on the front side it's better. If it's on the back then you can't see it. So my thread, yeah, I have my thread caught up, so I want to free my thread. Okay, so now it's laying properly, as you can see. Now I want to go through the whole of the drop again, like so, and I will go back through those 2 seed beads, those 2, like so, here. And please don't make the same mistake I did earlier, which is to catch my thread on one of the drops. Okay, so now I have my decoration attached. I will go through the point seed bead, which we didn't use up until now. And now you want to thread on 4 more seed beads, which will be our loop to attach the ear wire. So 4 more seed beads, like so. Go through the seed bead to make a loop, the existing seed bead, like so, to make a loop. See, now I have another small loop. Reinforce this two times at least, more if you can, because this is what will support the weight of the earring, so it needs to be strong. You can, instead of this loop of seed bead, you can also add what is it called, a wire guard. You can use that if you prefer. I am used to using seed beads. Up until now I had no problem with this method, so it's quite alright. But as you can see, I am reinforcing quite a bit because I don't want this to be a weak spot. So now I have this. I have gone back 3 or 4 times to reinforce it well. Now I will go down through the loop I made here, make a few knots, and then I can cut my thread. And our earring will be done. So there, I'm going back here. See, I've caught my thread again. So now up like so. And now I will go back down through my seed beads. So there. See, now I am exiting here between the seed bead and the IrisDuo. I will make a knot here. Then I will go through my IrisDuo and my drop Now here I will also make a knot, which is my second knot, and I will go through again my IrisDuo and my drop. Okay, then the next IrisDuo here, like so. Now I will go in between my IrisDuo and my drop. I will make a third knot, like so, and then go through my drop, the IrisDuo and the crystal, and now again through the next IrisDuo. Then I will try to go here in between on the bottom hole here in the opposite direction of the IrisDuo. I hope you can see I'm here, like so, to change direction and block my thread. And now I can cut it. It's been reinforced 3 times, so it's enough for me. I am confident that it will not come undone. So I have my second earring made. See, first one, second one. I have my earring. Now I just need to attach the ear wire. So for this you will need your ear wire, of course. You will need your chain nose pliers. So I will twist open the ear wire, thread it through the loop we made at the top of the earring, making sure that the earring is laying the right way up, if I can talk like that. Close back my my loop, the loop of the ear wire, and now I have my second earring done. So I have my pair of plumage earrings. I hope you have liked this, guys. Okay, so now I will show you what it looks like on me, so you can see them closer. And we are done. I am very excited to see your version. So if you make these earrings, please post them on the Facebook group for beading and jewelry making of Potomac. And there I can see all the beauties you will create. Okay guys, so here you can see the finished earrings, like so. Here, maybe like that you'll see better. Okay, so this is the finished earrings. Thank you so much for joining me today in making the plumage earrings. If you need any of the materials, you can find everything you need at PotomacBeads.com and PotomacBeads.eu. I hope you liked this video. I enjoyed very much making it for you, and I hope I'll see you soon again. Bye!